Hello lovelies, it's the 20th of the month, or a little bit later if I don't get this up in time, but it is IQ Craft Challenge time, which is by Jackie, who goes by JQ Crafty, and over the course of the month there are 7 prompts, one a day, starting on the 1st and going to the 7th. So you sort of build your layout from those prompts, and my plan has always been to start filming and just do that little bit per day, and I've never got my act together properly to do that. So I've done a few different things. I've looked at the prompts all together, which is kind of a little bit cheating, but I figured out a solution, and that is to send Max into the Facebook group, which is linked down below. So if you want to play along, absolutely you can. And once all the 7 prompts have been given, there's a summary sheet. So I sent Max in there, found the summary sheet, he printed it out and chopped it up and put each prompt into a numbered envelope, so hopefully I won't lose these and I can recycle them, and I will just open them as I go, and I don't know what they are. Okay, so here goes the first one. It's going to be a lot of stop starting, I guess, with this, and it is paper piece of background at least 1/3 the page. Okay, so my first thought is to do a bunch of different size strips down the side, but what I really like is, you know, those pattern papers that I know Vicky Booten seems to have one in quite a few of her collections, which is like a big sunburst of all different wedges. I'm just brainstorming here. Yeah, so I might do a partial, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but a partial sort of sunburst thing. And this works out really well because in Sarah Scrap's Facebook group, Rediscover Your Stash, the product focus of the month is the scrap bin. So I'm going to go straight into the scrap bin for those. I'm hoping not to have to cut into any. So camera goes off, I go stash diving and scrap diving, and we shall see what happens. When I thought about piecing a starburst type thing, I still wanted to use a pattern paper background, but because the starburst with all the different papers is going to be quite busy, it needed to be fairly subdued. And these two, this one by Sasa and this basic grey one, were kind of the type of thing that I thought would work. And so that morphed into a colour combination, and so this is, I mean, this is a full sheet. I could even use this purple on the back, but this kind of gives me an idea of all the colours on the sheet. I may or may not use any of this because I don't think I found any of this one on my dive in the scrap bin, but I pulled it out. I find it helpful to have something with all the colours in there, or almost all. No, this one's kind of almost a red. Yeah, it pretty much is all of them. That's where I'm going to start. Oh, this is another one from that Soleil, the basic grey. I kind of sort of have some ideas about a story, so there are a few here that might work as embellies. Like I thought I could cut some of those butterflies out and stuff like that. So the next step, I think, is going to be to start cutting wedges and putting them on the page. Now Jackie does suggest not to stick anything down until the end, because you never know when or where the clues are going to go. They don't always go in an order that, sometimes you have to go backwards in order to go forwards. Yeah, I'm not sure at this stage whether I'll stick them down or not, because I would like to sew them with the sewing machine. So this could take some time, so I'm going to chuck it on fast forward and just see where it takes me, which I guess is the whole point of this challenge. Okay, everything's stitched down and I've roughed them up a little bit, like with the sides. They will flatten a bit in the album, but you know, they won't flatten completely. You'll still be able to see that texture. So time for clue number 2, or layer. I think Jackie calls them layers. Okay, here's number 2. Add a circle. See, I normally add circles at the end. So what if I do some circles and then just use them as embellies when I get to that bit? That's not cheating. I put these aside because I was going to use some of these as wedges and I didn't end up doing that. So maybe I could punch some circles out with this. That might look cute. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully I will end up using them. So for my circles, I've punched some different sizes of that floral. I found in the scrap bin a little bit left of this Eco Park paper, so I've cut out some circles that may or may not work. And I thought this card, I could just cut a circular bit. Now, this is the photo I'm going to use. It's, you know, my life's really exciting, so getting a phone is kind of a big deal. Actually, it was a big deal because I jumped from a 7 to the 13. So it's been a long time. Anyway, beside the point. So that's why there's kind of all these, I'm going to include like little, you know, about shine and sparkle and, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not going to stick this down following Jackie's sound advice. I've taken a big enough risk by already putting this much down. So I'm going to move straight on to prompt 3, layer 3, prompt 3, clue 3. So hopefully if I put some more behind it, it will cover all that bit there. Anyway, let's have a look and see what number 3, oh, here we go. Use at least 3 colours. Easy, I've already done that. There's sort of pink and red, depending whether you think that's one colour or 2, purple, yellow, bit of orange. And if I end up using these, they'll be aqua. Excellent. So you can jump straight on to number 4, 7, 2, 1, 6, 4. Use a border punch or fancy up an edge. I just can't see a border punch working unless I put something down this side. What I might do is use one of the more decorative stitches on the sewing machine and just do something on this side, because that way it sort of just kind of blends in. And yeah, okay, I'm going to try that. Prettied up edge, all done, and now it is time for the next clue. So I think we're up to number, wait, that was 4, so it should be 5 now. Here we go. Almost there. Add ribbon or twine. Okay, what if I get some twine and just do little like scrunchy bits here and there? I'm just going to do the scrunchy stuff with twine, but again, that's got to sort of wait until, like, you know, do little circles and tuck them behind things. But I think I'm going to have to wait until later. Okay, number 6, that's 7, 6. Add something that sparkles. This has the potential to go very, very wrong, but I could do a little bit of like sparkly paste in a stencil. Yeah, and if I hadn't stuck this down, it would be much easier. I'm going to try it. I'm not sure where to put it though. If I put that here, maybe if I can just try and get a little bit down the side and maybe a tiny bit up there, I'll give it a go. here's the paste. The gold one was already starting to go rubbery. Always happens here. I think it's the hot weather. So I added some water and hopefully next time it'll be better. I tested it out here, that'll be covered. So, last clue. I think it's the last one. Pretty sure it is. Okay, 7. Add stars. Well, there are actually tiny stars in that paste already, but I think adding stars would be nice. So I'm going to go and have a look for some like enamel dot type stars, or maybe puffy stars, and I am going to add those at the end. So from here on it is layout building. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with these stars. It's got the aqua, which I may add, but it's got the pink and the cornflower blue, that sort of bluish purple colour. So I've got enough sets that whichever colour I decide to run with, hopefully I'll have enough, and I have a tiny little bit of glitter in them. So this is still wet. I'm going to have to work very carefully, but I think I can keep going. I found in my hunting just some tissue paper with little gold flecks in it, so that could be cute as a layer as well. I'm going to put this aside and yeah, just add that as a mat. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. That's near enough. Definitely black ink. Just realised I haven't figured out where I'm going to journal. I might do it on one of those wedges. Now, a bit of this stuff. It's a warm day, so hopefully it's going to dry quickly. Should put that down first, huh? I'm not really thinking well today. There we go. The title I could actually overlap on the photo. Andrew took it, so there's a lot of empty space. Now, I pulled out stickers from various sticker sheets and stuck them in this little book, and in fact there's some here that I already had from before that I think will work quite well. So I'll see how many I can use up. I've got the number 13 that I've cut out. I've cut this down slightly. I might tuck it in here. I'll see. I don't know yet. It's kind of big. Maybe. Oh, maybe. And this, I thought I could just use the word golden as the title, because I hardly ever use these words as they are, because this one I sort of decimated and made my own title using the letters. But I think that if the opportunity's there, go for it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking if I don't pull them off, it might just stay stuck. I will probably journal somewhere here on one of these, and I've got these stickers with some words that I think will suit really well. This one's completely clear, so they could go just about anywhere. In fact, they could even go on these, like, just sort of like this. Alright, I'm going to leave those for now and then come back with the circles and these little bits of twine and all that kind of stuff. So this can somehow, yeah, I think I'm just going to start sticking, because otherwise I'll be moving things around. Finished. I added those punched circles, which you hardly can see, but there's these emoji stickers are circles, and then there's a circle there. Stars are in the glitter, and also there's 3 of these aqua ones. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it there, and I will take some photos and include the stills at the end. So please make sure you work your way down the list, and which is in the description box, and see what everybody else has made and how they work through the prompts and all of that. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.